This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the episode. This is episode 161 with Vaundoom. We are going to do this one a little different. Let me know kind of what you think. We're going to plug the ads right up top. And the reason was because we had such a good conversation with Vaughn. I don't really want to break it up in the middle. So we're going to put these in the front. If you hate it, let us know. If you don't mind it, let us know. But we might do this for guests moving forward, just so we don't interrupt the good conversation in the middle. With that being said, though, we do have to shout out everybody on the Patreon. We appreciate you guys, especially our Patreon producers. And that's going to be Taylor, Tom, Patty Light, Barili, Steve, Joel, Sarah, Jeremiah, Anthony, twitch.tv/EvilTony, and the Teach a Dummy podcast. We definitely couldn't do it without you. Sign up now, guys, just for $1. Patreon.com/AverageAF podcast. It just makes everything so much better. And we appreciate your support. And then we do have the GOAT of all goats, Mr. Nate Collins. Go down to Spitzer on 4th Street if you need a new vehicle. He's going to hook you up. He works with you if you have good credit, bad credit, no credit. He'll help you out. And then if you ask for him specifically, he's going to give you free car washes for the life of the vehicle. I know we always make a joke of this on each episode, but that's a massive deal, guys. I mean, seriously, for the life of a vehicle over a 10-year span. I know you probably don't get car washes often now, but imagine how often you would if they were free. You're going to be getting a car wash every month at least. And he's going to do that for you for the life of the vehicle for free. Hit him up. Call or text 419-961-4581. Again, 419-961-4581. Call him or text him. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Sorry for the delay in the action, but let us know what you think and enjoy the episode with Vaundoom.
I'm a little bit more complex than that. I want my music to be able to speak to people to the point to where like it's relevant for like years to come.
Welcome to the episode, everybody.
All right, we're in there. You're terrible at intros.
I can't yell, so I had to fucking come like that.
You cussing in the first 6 seconds, dude.
See,
This
I
is
didn't
what
mean to.
happens. What's
This
up,
is what
guys? We
Switched it up, made me start.
I don't want to talk about you anymore, man. I want to talk about our very special guest, Vaundoom.
Hey guys, how are you?
Thanks for coming in, man.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm black.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
That's also true.
Word.
I do. I
Hit him
haven't.
with the facts.
I haven't said it yet, dude. I like that jersey a lot.
Oh, thanks.
Those roses are sweet.
Rue 21.
Okay,
All right.
nice. So
Nice.
that's definitely something that like I couldn't wear. Can you imagine me in that shirt?
Why not?
You could wear it.
I
It
don't know,
looks
man.
cool.
I'm too white for
That's
it. Like
fun.
I
Don't
would
knock it
blend
until you
in.
try it, bro.
I would
No,
blend in,
it's-
dude.
It's funny because this is something I thought I couldn't wear.
Dude,
but
I
just
think it
bought
looks great. I think
Yeah,
it looks
yeah,
great.
yeah. My girlfriend always talks about how she wants to steal this shirt.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
don't let her.
Yeah,
that's
It's not happening.
never mind. I won't say that. But welcome to the show, man. It's been a while. It's been
yeah, it's been
think-
a second.
I think
Yeah.
I looked. I think it was like 8 or 9 months or something like that.
Oh,
Since,
man.
since you've been on, yeah, it doesn't seem like that long at all.
Yeah, I think it was like snowing the last time
Right.
we
Yep.
were chopping it up.
Sounds about right.
Mhm.
So with that, at that time, you released this thing I've built. I believe that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
How did that turn out? Because we never really got to follow up with you.
It was pretty cool, man. Reception's really good.
Yeah.
Everybody really enjoyed it. You know, I mean, I don't really make bad music,
Right. I agree.
but yeah, it turned out really good. I
Nice.
liked how it came out.
That's good, man. Yeah, I thought the album was amazing. And you
agree.
have a a new project on the way, or I don't know what we're supposed to talk about, what we're not supposed to talk about.
Well, it's yes, I do have something new coming,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
and it's I don't want to get. I mean, I can get a little bit into it, but
Okay.
I want to. So, how much have you been? How much have you been seeing the little things I've been putting?
I've been putting up. I've seen them a ton, which is why I hit you up. I was like, something's going on, and you're being shady about it. So I'm gonna need you.
Just dropping little clips.
I'm gonna need to ask you about it.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, a couple of years ago, it was around the pandemic era. Actually, it was in the middle of me making this thing I've built.
Okay.
And I was pretty much looking at how the world was and how, certain things and events. And I started thinking about, like, in a humorous way, we're some trashy people.
Facts. Facts.
All right.
Facts.
And I thought there's just a couple of things that I wanted to really talk. Like, I usually don't make albums unless I feel like I need to say something.
Right.
And this thing I've built was just something that was like,
Get this off my chest.
well, not necessarily. It was more of a sense of because it was a project that. Okay, so this thing I've built and this thing of mine are kind of like sentimental concepts for me.
Okay.
So those albums are for me. Like, for example, like I have my dad all over this thing I've built,
Right.
and then I have a song specifically talking about like my family and stuff like that. That stuff is like, that album is for me because it's kind of like I want to be able to remind myself about certain things in the years to come that may not be there anymore,
Right.
But I've been looking at how crazy humans can get.
Yeah. I think that's like a big part of the show.
It has been recently,
Yeah.
at least like the last 3 months.
Probably on a different level,
Well,
but
that type of crazy is cool, but the type of crazy that I've been analyzing and witnessing and just looking at isn't the best type of crazy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I've been really, I've always had this thought ever since like the past couple of years. What motivates humans to do really dumb things? What motivates humans to get to a certain point to where they're below themselves? Like, what motivates people to give in to certain vices or to give in to certain types of, like, give power to others? Or
I don't even know if it's motivation though.
what
what? Okay,
what
I don't know if
Yeah.
you can even
What-
say motivate.
what pushes people?
Yeah.
to have feelings of envy.
So are
you know what I'm
Are
saying?
you referring to like things that like maybe they wouldn't normally do, but like the emotions causing them
something
to do it?
like what is in humans that pushes them to the point to where it's like everybody has some type of like
Everybody has a vice.
everybody has
something.
everybody has a vice, but everybody has something that leads them toward something dark, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Like an extreme line crossing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like something pushes. We all have something that makes us go.
That
Pushes you to the wall.
emergency button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do
well,
not
not
push.
even necessarily an emergency button, but something that keeps you in a dark state of like something like really. What pushes a dude? What pushed Ted Bundy to do what he did?
Right.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying?
that's why
Well-
I love watching shit like that. Like I
You know
want
what
to
I'm
like
saying?
almost dissect like
Yeah.
what's going through him.
Like what?
Because it's crazy, man.
What motivated like what was the snap that had the son of Sam do what he did, or Jim Jones do what
Right.
he did, or like what makes you want to go speeding 100 miles per hour, freaking drunk, and
Right.
then you black out and you're in a coffin. What makes you do
Right. So
things
I
like
actually
that,
had that, which we've talked about it on the show, and I don't necessarily want to get into it again just because we've talked about it too much probably. But like just my past and stuff, I was having like existential crises at like 9 years old about like the universe and shit like that. But that kind of drove me into psychology for those same reasons.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, as a young kid, I was like, why are people doing certain things? Like I didn't understand, like even as a little kid, like I never really, and obviously I've had my moments. I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, but I never really understood why people like blew up at each other and like yelled at each other and stuff like that, which I've obviously done time to time,
Right.
you know, but when I was a kid, I was like, why are you doing that? Like, I'd never understood, like, why would you do that?
Reasoning behind that?
Yeah, and like to your point, why are you driving like an idiot? You know, why are you doing this? Why are you like lying to me to my face?
Yeah.
When we can just have a discussion and it's like, cool, we disagree, but I feel you. I see how you can come to that conclusion. This is kind of what I was doing, blah, 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 and like work things out that way. But that's why I got into psychology. I went to OSU for psychology for that reason. Was just to be like, everybody's weird as shit, man. Like, what's going on here? You know.
So my project is kind of going a little deeper into certain instances as to why humans do. Oh, I wouldn't say crazy things, but I would say bad things.
Right.
And why are humans okay into giving into bad shit?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it's probably, I mean, it's all nature and nurture when it comes down to it, but but there's a deeper root to it beyond that too.
Yeah.
But not only that, dude, but people blame like, oh, the world's being destroyed by like global warming and all this shit. No, the world's being destroyed by fucking people.
Yeah.
Like straight up people. That's the whole like even like the gun control things and that like guns are killing people. No, the crazy ass people with guns are the ones killing. It's the people is what it all comes down to.
And
like,
it's like all the crazy things that gets people to do. It's almost like a curse, if you will.
Like like, is it something in the water?
Yeah, it's
what's going on,
and it
dude?
seems like the bad stuff just doesn't seem to go away.
And it does. It definitely seems like it's getting worse and worse. And I don't think it was due to like the pandemic or anything like that, because I feel like even prior to the pandemic, it was crazier shit was happening. Like,
well, we also have to keep in mind too, like. We see a small demographic of it, whether we're talking about Mansfield, whether we're talking about Ohio. I mean, even if we're just talking about America, America, there's, I think, about 330 million people, and I'm pretty sure there's like, 8 billion people, something like that total, or
something like that.
Around there, I don't know. But yeah, so, I mean, we're only like roughly, 5-10% of the world, something like that.
And I bet you there could be a lot of stuff that was going on when we were younger that we just didn't really comprehend or have the knowledge that we have now too.
Yeah.
There was another thing I watched too that said that like everybody's growing up and like, oh well, now politics are getting crazy and blah blah blah.
No, it's
and
crazy.
This was an older person, and it's like it's always been like this. It's just you were not in the group that started to realize it until now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this same arguments have been going on since they
Forever.
can remember. Yeah.
Nah, man, it's not even that. It's just like people are like, things are getting crazier now. Nah, things have been crazy. It's just that cell phones exist now.
Right. Now
So
we
that
can
makes it
document
more
it.
known. You can see the crazy.
Yep, everything's on video.
Including
us. YouTube.com/podcast.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Now, I don't know. I'm assuming you're okay with saying it just because it's been on socials. Do you want to tell the people what the new project's called?
Yeah, it's called The Curse of Man.
Right.
The Curse of Man. So it's it'll make you think. It's not really much
I like it already.
It's not really much of like a slumper type of thing. It's something it's kind of artsy.
Well, that's the music I like. That's the rap or the hip hop I like, is the more detailed, the with depth, with not necessarily heavy, but heavy in the sense of emotion, whether it be a good or a bad one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some emotion in there. I have every song for maybe every situation.
Okay.
When you listen, you'll be like, okay.
Right.
But
So pretty much something that almost everybody could relate to some way, somehow.
Yeah, pretty much. So it kind of it's pretty. I think it's pretty. It's going to be pretty cool.
Right.
And I got the bars there, the beats are there, and but it's more about just like taking it, listening, and
right.
Thinking about, oh man, it also might help someone.
Right.
That's pretty much what I'm going.
Give people a different perspective on shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I know obviously we have a lot of fun on the show and we speak like craziness all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But sometimes we do get serious, and a lot of times when we have those conversations about, whatever it is, people usually hit us up and like, man, like that was crazy. Like I related to that, or this is a story that happened to me and it was similar. And it's just like kind of cool. Like it's on a different level, but like it's always interesting when people hit you up and are like, I related to that, or that a song's
it's good
a lot.
To know, man. It's That's probably the toughest thing, is not going through the situation, but thinking you're the only person that's going through it. Because then you're like,
man,
damn, like I don't want to let people know that I'm going through it.
That's what we all do. And there's, like you said, 8 trillion, billion, whatever people in the earth that's going through the same stuff, man. It's the same stuff. But
that's some good Common Core right there.
Yeah, a lot of times we think that we're the only people going through things. And then we also like freaking be like, oh snap, I'm going through this stuff, and then the next day when you're done with going through whatever, you're like, oh, that really wasn't so bad. And then we over dramatic, dramatize situations and stuff. But yeah, man, that's what happened.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I mean, I've gotten to the point.
Curse of the man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotten to the point, again, just we've talked about this forever, but like I've gotten to the point to where I basically don't react to stuff.
Yeah.
And that
you're
can
like
be
a UFC fighter.
Yeah. I wish.
No reaction.
I'm a bitch compared to them. But like, basically
First part's absolutely correct. Just in general.
Whatever.
You called it. You fucking called it. It's happening.
If that's my house, I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh man.
I told you, dude. I freaking told you. The dude's gonna come to mow only when we record. Do you want to close that window though?
It's definitely your house.
Really? Do you want to close both windows so we can have a sauna in here, bro?
Oh, it's not that bad.
That's
He's rocking a pink shirt, so I couldn't miss him.
Oh man, okay. Well, it's not too bad now, but we'll see. We'll see. You might have to get up here in a minute.
It was just trimming underneath your car. That's why it was hella loud right there.
Okay. Well, while we have a little break here, real quick, I do want to say too, because we do this with every guest and we haven't done it yet.
Oh shoot!
I'm gonna need you to grab that marker, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna need you to sign the wall.
Oh, okay. Tight.
Anywhere you want, preferably like center-ish area. We're gonna try to extend it out.
Okay.
Today
but
is the 3rd.
Yeah, anywhere, name and date, and we're just kind of documenting everybody that comes through here.
We'll just go right here.
There you go. But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming. I'm excited for the new project. I really am. And it's definitely interesting, man. I like the concept. I like how, I don't want to say not many people do, but generally...
Was it the 3rd?
3rd.
Generally, people don't have like a super in-depth album. A lot of times they're trying to go for like oh, that looks sexy,
that's
dude.
Dope as shit.
Hell yeah. But a lot of people just kind of go for the bangers and stuff like that. And that's cool and all, but like I like, your style of music and stuff because one, I know it's all like self-made. It's made in town, kind of homegrown one way or the other. And it's like really in depth. Like if I relate to a song, I can listen to it 10 times, and like your music, it's so good, to be honest with you, that I can catch different things each time.
Yeah.
And that's what makes good music to me. I don't want to hear about
it is cool
bitches in the club all the time.
Not only that, dude, but I've known you forever, it seems like, dude. Forever, ever. And like it's dope as shit to see how much you've progressed with it. Because you've always, even since I've known you in school and stuff, like messed around with like beats and all of that. So it was cool to see you actually now making it essentially kind of like a career for you.
Yeah, I mean, around that time, I was just doing stuff for other people.
You were, but you were always into it some way, somehow.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm not much of a, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm a boring cat here and there. Well,
that's fine.
I mean, you know, I'm cool here and there, but like pretty much, I don't really do too much.
You work. That's I disagree. And I would say maybe the public might perceive that.
Well, okay, personally, I'm a boring guy.
Sure,
but that's where like I express myself through all.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you're always on Twitch, man. You're always making beats. You're always making new music. You're doing Is it anime? I don't want to.
Oh no, my webcomic.
Webcomic, okay, yeah. That thing looks fucking epic too.
Oh, thanks. I need to finish it.
It's crazy. But you're always doing something. So like, for me too, like we're now at basically. Oh yeah, we passed the 3-year mark of the podcast. Mm-hmm. So like, before I was thinking that too. Like I'm boring. I don't really do anything, and like blah blah blah. And it's not that necessarily. It's that we're more focused on the stuff that we want to do and the stuff that we want to grow.
No, yeah, but like when I say I'm boring, I mean not like actively doing stuff. I mean like if we're chilling and we're not doing too much, I feel like I'm not as an entertaining cat as you see me either. Put out. Yeah. I mean, I'm a goofy cat. I'll make some jokes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But dude, I look at it like, I don't know, like even if I come over here and kick it with Adam, like we may not even talk for like 30 minutes. We're just sitting there watching either like a fight or we're watching like something on you know what I'm saying? But it's just like we're chilling. Like we
chilling.
Don't have to
That's
So but like I find that entertaining. Like that's how like, I look at it.
We're it's a classic thing where like women will be upset if you don't talk to them for a half hour.
Yeah, they'll sit like outside and just conversate. And it's
so that's the thing. Like that's
I don't want to fucking talk.
That's one thing I'm talking about because like women, I have a lot of girls back in my day.
Yeah,
they used to be like, you're not an emotional person. You don't. Right. Well, the reason why.
Oh, I've heard that.
Oh, dude, all the time.
But I'm like the reason why is because I put everything I got into these expressions. So like anytime you like the. What I have anytime I like make music, I always try and do something. Like I really can't just it's funny. It's funny because after this specific project, I already have another project, and that's just like having fun, straight bars and stuff. But because sometimes you gotta take a break from all because like this project, The Curse of Man, is really deep, and I don't. Yeah, like. When I make music and stuff, I just have imagination and everything. It's not always just like being like have your regular mainstream like basic stuff you want to talk about or your hits or your bangers and stuff. There's a need for that, yeah. But like I'm more, I don't know, I'm a little bit more complex than that. I want my music to be able to speak to people to the point to where like. It's relevant for like years to come. You know what I'm saying? So like
it's like complete opposite of a boring person.
I guess.
Right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like
I was waiting for the explanation of a boring person.
As a fellow creator, I guess I kind of almost hate that word to an extent, but like I can see that stuff though. Yeah. So like I know that your expression is through your music. So like when we're chilling, you're not gonna be like all hyped up or whatever, but like. Especially when it comes to being like...
I mean, when I'm with the homies, maybe.
Well, right. But like, when it comes to people saying like, well, you don't have emotions or whatever, I could definitely relate to that, believe me. Yeah. But like...
We also deal with emotions in a different way.
Well, yeah, what I was going to say is like, I'm similar in the sense that like, a lot of people have said like, you don't have any emotions, right? And it's kind of an ongoing joke. But like, to be honest with you, and you could probably attest to this, I tell everybody my emotions every single time.
Yep.
I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'll tell you exactly how I feel, but I don't show it.
Yeah, it depends. Like like me, like I can. It depends on what your face looks like. I guess
Right,
because I can be like, I'm very angry right now.
Right, exactly, exactly, and that's exactly how I am. People are like, you're emotionless. I'm like, no, it's just like I don't react.
It's even worse for me because like I'll be really pissed off and I'll laugh.
Right.
Like if I can't find
Just
my
try to
keys,
laugh
Well, that's a
Like,
serial killer. That's a Ted Bundy thing that we were talking
like,
about.
I do that shit.
It's no, because it's like if I can't find my keys, bro, where my keys at, bro?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right. Right.
But I'm like really ticked off because I can't freaking find my keys.
Right.
But like it's kind of like same thing. Like if I find something really pisses me off, I'm like,
I do this at like people at work. They'll be like, "Oh, today's a shit show," and it's like that's what I expected. Like
right. That's work. That's why we get paid to be
but
here.
Even like
it's
when
not going to be fun.
But no, even when you know it's going to be like a crazy day, like all I do is laugh it off. I'm like, there's no reason to get pissed. Like all you can do is work with it.
It's not going to do anything.
So I literally like that's how I get rid of my pissed off emotion. I'm just like,
because you got to deal with it.
And like when other shit just keeps falling on top of you, you're just laughing it off. Like,
but I guess I don't know. I guess that's a man thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, shh.
Yeah.
Right.
You might have to go to the back window now. Dude, I freaking called it. I did.
Yeah, you did.
Dude's been supposed to be here for 3 days, basically. And I'm like, I guarantee he shows up when we're recording.
I mean, people do it. There's 2 guys.
I bet he was like, oh, I knew they were going to record the African-American guy here.
Yep, fact. They knew it. I mean, yeah, that should be fine. That way we get a little bit of air in.
Yeah,
Since I'm up.
Right.
He was like,
now can you put yourself back in frame this time?
I was in frame the last time.
But yeah, man, I'm about to punch him in the face. No, I'm really looking forward to it, man. I don't know if you have like too many more details as far as like dates or if you want to go into it anymore. Like what's the plan?
I'm actually doing the rollout right now. I don't really have too much of a plan about release. But you'll know when it happens because I'm doing something different when it comes to letting people know about my music.
Okay.
And right now I'm just focusing on letting people know what it is because if you notice, at first I was just like doing little Snapchat texts of the title.
Yeah.
And then like each day I would like just add another, and then it would just be different fonts and sizes. And then I started putting pictures and, certain like little clips. So
right.
Then soon enough, you're going to start to see certain like videos and like mini vids of like art pieces of stuff. So the more
very creative.
The closer I get, it's going to be more of like little I have ideas. Like I have ideas for like maybe like 10-second mini film video things of each song.
Right.
And I'm working on that now. So the pictures are going to stop soon.
Okay.
And then you're going to see some really interesting things.
That's what I've noticed, man. Like, like I said, that's why I hit you up because I keep seeing posts about this. And like with no context though. There's usually no words with it or anything. Like maybe just the title on the screen or whatever, but I'm like, man, but this is good. Like, that's how you get people curious.
But I was getting ready to say, but it intrigues you.
Yeah, and that's why I hit you up. I was like, what is going on, dude?
Very intriguing.
Something's going on, and we need to talk about it.
No, and no, trust me. When I start putting out the clips, you might be like, oh, well, that doesn't look too crazy. That doesn't look really pleasant, but
okay.
You're going to be like, but it might excite you.
Yeah. I'm sure it will, man.
I got going on.
I'm sure it will.
I like it.
I think, just so you know, random thought. I think
dangerous.
I'm going to record the ads separate, so we don't have to break it up in the middle here. Just so you know. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for that. Do you have you're always working on stuff, man.
Yeah.
Do you what else do you have in the works? I know you got the comic. I'm sure you got 100 beats, in the back pocket.
You said the other project too. Are you working on that currently too?
Well,
as well,
I don't have beats like that.
Okay.
I don't really work on music unless I have something that I really have an idea
right,
that I want to
right.
work on. I guess I am working on some stuff with some cats in Florida, and I'm working on some cats in Cleveland.
Yeah, didn't you go to Florida and meet up with somebody?
Yeah. My man, his name is Lupasan.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are like really nerdy or into like anime and stuff, but he has a channel with his friend Dwight and his wife called Your Boy Roshi.
Okay.
And they do video reactions. They're a really big channel. They usually get I think they were a sponsor for DreamCon. RDC World. You know those guys?
No,
I don't think so.
Dang. It's have you seen this Jermaine Cole? Jermaine Cole, that guy? No?
I know J. Cole.
No.
No, you'll know them.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
I'm just an average AF
Yeah,
dude.
he first of all, so if anybody's
I
going
just
to
be
know anything,
murking
it's
people
me.
on Vanguard.
Yeah, he doesn't even open his phone ever. Like
These dudes, you haven't seen them before?
oh, maybe, yeah, okay.
Like
I've seen them, yeah.
Well, they have their own like their own convention every
Oh,
year called
damn.
DreamCon.
Okay.
And your boy Roshi sponsors them. So Lupasan is a really good friend of mine for about 10 years. He's like one of my good friends I never met.
Right.
So I went down to Florida and I got to meet him. And so I'm helping him with doing music now.
Okay.
So he's doing music. We had an EP called Starlight Junction Highway that he did. It's just 3 songs, but it turned out really great.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to work on another one. So I'm doing some stuff with him. I'm doing stuff with my man Eli Orko. He's from Cleveland. He's a lo-fi rapper. And I've been doing his promo stuff, like his videos and everything.
Right.
And
Nice.
so basically I'm just doing my stuff, his stuff.
And everybody else's stuff.
Well, I've kind of been backing down on a lot of people like doing services and stuff because I just want to focus on these particular things because I believe these particular things can get us to a point to where what we do is bigger than ourselves. So I'm kind of doing that. So, but as for like other stuff, like I'm always going to have stuff coming, but pause.
Right.
But
that's not a bad thing, really.
But yeah, I mean,
Well, I do want to kind of talk about that too, about kind of distancing yourself a little bit because I know obviously you've helped us a lot with just questions and just general things too. And you're in like a completely different field more or less. And it's just you've always been that kind of person to just help people. I've only known you a little bit. The last time we recorded was the first time we met. So but the word on the street is you like to help everybody. So what went into the decision to kind of be like, hey, and it wasn't a disrespectful thing or anything, but you were just like, I need to focus on my stuff.
Well, I've been helping people with music and media and all that stuff for about 10 years.
Right.
And I kind of am sort of like one of the few guys around here to go to for that.
Right.
And it got to the point to where like I felt like I was doing more for others than myself, which is cool. But it's just that like I don't usually get enough time to do stuff for myself. For example, when I put out albums like this thing I've built or the last album that I put out, like I was doing battle rap stuff or I was doing something else.
Like the Mansfield. Didn't you put together like the Mansfield cipher?
Yeah. I would do things like that and then I would leave my stuff on the back burner and then they would kind of like just be in limbo until I started picking things up again. So I was like, yo, I do videos for people. I do like promos for people.
We talked about you doing a commercial for us at one point.
Yeah. So what happened to that?
We're broke, dude.
Oh, okay.
We're broke.
That's,
That's basically what happened to it.
But it's like I do all this stuff and then I'm always doing all of this stuff. But then I realized doing all of this stuff doesn't really get me to where I want to be because I'm too busy doing all of this other people's stuff, and then I realize I end up being the smartest person in the room when all I want to do, like for example, my man in Cleveland, I've been hanging out a lot with him because a lot of people, there are people that it got to the point where there were people asking me to be their manager.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about no type of managing nobody.
Right,
you know what I'm talking about?
That's not what I want to do.
Like a couple of years ago, I tried to do like a label thing, and I had some artists, and I would produce their stuff, and then like I can do that. But when it comes to managing, I probably could do it. I could probably manage somebody, book somebody if I can study or something. But that's just how I've always been in life.
Right.
Anything that I've seen interest in or anything that I've wanted to do,
you learn about it.
I learn about it.
Right.
Which is a really interesting thing that if you want to learn, if you want to do something,
you got to learn all aspects.
Learn about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just seems like I don't understand why certain people just can't learn the
well,
things.
They want to do.
Yeah, they want to do. And so it's like I'm doing all of this stuff, and so I'm like, it gets to the point to where I'm trying to learn more, but I can't. Because I'm too busy doing all of this.
Because you don't have the time to focus
on
it.
Right.
So it's kind of dope that I got with my homie Eli because he's been doing music just as much as me. He puts out more than I do, and it's crazy. And I put out a lot.
Yeah.
And I finally got to be able to hang and be with somebody that does more than me and knows more than me.
Right.
Because I'm not as people think I'm arrogant here and there, but
confidence and arrogance are different.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Right. But it's like I don't know everything.
Right.
And sometimes it ticks me off that I don't know everything.
Right.
And so I finally got to where I'm with a dude who does the same things, and we don't even really collab with each other or anything. Like we're just like homies first.
Right.
And then I would just ask him things, and then we started hanging out, and then he started including me in things and all this other stuff. And it's like he knows more than I do. And I live for that stuff. Right. I just love to learn about things.
Right.
So what he's doing and what he has me doing for him and setting things up when it comes to scheduling and doing this for your tour or doing that for your album, this rollout, like I'm learning more about stuff like that. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. And now the stuff that he's showing me and the stuff that I'm showing him, we're applying it to both of our stuff.
Right. So you're both progressing.
We're both progressing. That's all I ever wanted. I can't do that just doing the same things over and over again with cats.
Well, that's kind of one thing that we've kind of run into too is like the difficulty for podcasting, especially in this area. Are they done already? Wow, that was quick. Is that like I'm sure there are. I just don't know of them. I don't know of any other like major like big podcasts in the area. Like I'm sure there's a couple, but I'm like, who do I ask about this stuff when it comes to podcasting? Because you can't DM a big podcast. They're not going to respond.
I ain't even going to hold you up, man. I think this kind of goes with a lot of stuff. Sometimes you just got to be lucky.
Right. Well,
so and that sucks too sometimes because you work hard, you invest in yourself, you bet on yourself all the time, and as much as hard as you, because like it gets to the point to where like if you do it good enough, if you do something long enough, you're going to get good at it.
Right.
And when you get good at something, people are going to notice. But then there's some times where that's not enough, and you need something to like really jump, start like get you really like the snowball to just get bigger. You need something.
It comes down to quite literally, which obviously there's more to it too, but you could become famous or even make good money anyway if the right person retweets you.
Yep.
I mean, imagine like obviously this would never happen, but if Elon retweeted an episode of the show,
it's over.
We would quit our jobs tomorrow.
So feel free to do that, Elon.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
We're here for you. I support you.
It is tough. Him yelling again. It is tough that like
only like 36 minutes in.
God, Andy can't read a clock. A digital clock, not even an analog one.
Whatever clock.
You bitch. But no, like, that's honestly, like, everything I know about podcasting, every single thing is from YouTube. Mm-hmm. But you could do that for anything. You can do
everything
that for...
I fixed in my house?
Yeah, woodworking,
YouTube.
Anything. You just have to have the drive to do it.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of things that I want to implement into the show, but I'm like, man, I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I don't have time to even learn how to do that.
Yeah.
So, and then, like, obviously the budget thing comes in and stuff like that, too. But, like, it was even, honestly, inspiring to talk to you the first time. I mean, every time, to be honest, because even though we're in different fields and stuff, we are still kind of independent creators. There's kind of a way to do, like, we had a long discussion about how to do merch and things like that.
Yeah.
Social media, how to even coming down to how to post your links on a social media post. And that's something that I would never learn unless it's on a random YouTube video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have nobody to ask about that kind of stuff.
He might have a random YouTube video on it.
He might.
No, but yeah, we may be in different separate fields, but like the nucleus is the same. Right. It's the same thing, and we're both independent creators trying to do something and get people to see it.
Right.
And to be honest with you, sometimes it really comes, like I said, it really comes down to luck, or it really comes down to just money.
Right.
Because for real, if you have the money, you can pay for sites to promote your stuff.
But I think another important thing too is, like, to the point you made earlier, is kind of like prioritizing.
Yeah.
You got to step away from everything else that you're doing, even though it's for a good cause.
Yep.
And you've got to just step back from that and focus on you and what you want to do.
And that's what I say a lot too. Like, right now, I'll be 31 here in a couple months, but... So I'm basically 31 years old, and we've been doing this 3 years.
Old.
So if we do this up to 7, 8 years, I'm really only going to be 36, 37. And if we pop at that time, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, of course. People think they want to pop off like the next day.
Right.
I mean, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, because it's like, at first you got to develop, they got you like 10,000 hours.
Right.
I found out like that 10,000 hours, if you do something enough, like if you do something like 8 hours a day, it really takes like a year.
Right. It's not that much.
It's not that bad.
It's not.
But like once because like first you got to, pick up something you enjoy, then you have to get good at it, then you have to like put it towards something to where people can see it, then you have to like market it the right way, then you have to like
meet the requirements
the right way. So it takes a lot going on. Like, for example, like my first album was in 2011.
Right.
So it's 2022 now. So that's been 11 years.
Right.
But at the same time, like my first album, when was that? 11 years ago. So what?
I think it was about 11 years ago.
That's Common Core, bro.
Yeah,
I was 22, right? And a lot of cats, especially when in hip hop, would think that like, it's a young man's game and stuff. But what comes with any type of skill or craft or even job, the older you get, the better you get.
Hova.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Say that right there.
If we can talk, we can talk about that.
I was going to ask you about it, but I was like, he probably went on a super huge rant on Twitch that I couldn't see because work was blocking it.
No, I'll talk about my man Hove anytime.
I was trying to send you messages, and it was like, action denied.
That's the older you get, the better right there, man. That boy can still spit.
Yeah, he went off on that verse, man.
And it was like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, like the older you get, the better you get at something. So when it comes to hip hop, but that's a label manipulation when it comes to people thinking that like hip hop is a young man's game, and that you need to be a certain age to be this popular or whatever. But I don't think that's really much of the case, because if you make good music and people like it, they're going to gravitate to you regardless of whatever it is.
Well, yeah, like I attribute it to a couple different things. Is like one, like to be patient, because like I'm a big hip hop fan, and I'm a big stand up comedy fan, and both of those things, if you're doing it like quote unquote the right way, the authentic way, coming from nothing, not buying your streams and all this stuff, you're gonna eat dick for like 3, 4, 5 years at least.
I don't like dick.
Well, but guess what? You keep scrunching it down until
Pause.
they get smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And then you graduate to something else. But
was that a hard one to swallow?
You guys, it gets worse. It keeps getting worse.
but it's like, okay, I'm used to watching these guys say they didn't even make it until they were 10 years in.
Yeah.
Or, you know, something like that. And like even with my parents. So my parents do rentals and stuff like that. And my mom, again, not to get too into the backstory, she's had cancer twice, 2 different types of cancer. So one time
she's a trooper.
Yeah, she's a beast. But I happened to see an insurance bill. And not to put their stuff out there, but it was like a couple grand each month. And she's like, that's just my premium. Like, that's not a hospital bill. That's just like the bill.
Wow.
And I'm like, how the hell do you even afford that? That's like my month's check or whatever.
Right.
And I asked her this when I was like probably 23, 24, when I'm out on my own and starting to realize that shit sucks out here, you know? So I'm like, how are you even doing that? Like, I can't even afford to eat every day, you know? And she's like, well, you have to realize, like, we didn't start making money and, like, living comfortably until we were, like, 40.
Right.
And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, it took 10, 12, 15 years.
To get shit situated.
Yeah, before everything started rolling and rolling. And you just got to kind of like celebrate the little wins. You know what I mean? Like even, so we had an article come out about the show recently. Nice. And it's really cool, man. And they reached out to us. It wasn't anything that we hunted down. And we've gotten those emails before, but they're usually like sketchy. And you're like, nah, it just doesn't seem right. But this was a legitimate, I mean, it was at least an online magazine, you know, and it was cool. Shout out to Voyage, Ohio. But those little things, I'm like, okay, now we can use that because one of the steps of verifying your social media account is having something like a news article or something like that about you to prove that you're like a legit show or celebrity or musician or whatever it is. So I'm like, okay, we got one of those down. Now we need another one. And then we need this.
Those requirements one by one.
And then we're just knocking them out. And then once you get like a verified Instagram or Twitter, if you follow somebody, essentially, no matter who they are, they're going to at least look to be like, who is this verified account following me? And they might follow you back or whatever. But just little things like that. I'm like, it's an online article. It's not anything massive or anything, but it's a small win that helps in the long term.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you just have to celebrate those little wins along the way.
Of course. And they're required, man. Like no one ever has this big ass win just out of nowhere, man. It's a gradual thing, man. And that's for anything.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, this is how it goes. And
that's why I'm always optimistic.
Yeah, man.
Are you though? What was that?
Nothing.
What did you just optimistically break?
Nothing. Drop my vape. It's indestructible, though.
All right. Well, I don't know if you want to get into some current events real quick.
Sure, why not? I'm there. I didn't always want to. Man, anytime I come here, I told myself the last time, I was like, next time, I'm cracking fucking jokes.
Yeah.
But we really got into some
shit. Hey, dude, I'm pretty sure that's still our longest episode. It was like an hour 45 or something.
Really?
Hey. Yeah. It was, I think, episode like 140, or no. Way longer than that. I don't even know.
Today's the same day.
What are you talking
161.
Oh, he reads the episode numbers backwards. He thinks it's funny because he's a 3-year-old. No, because
I'm supporting any dyslexic fans that we may have.
There you go.
So this first one, you're pretty big into movies and stuff, right?
I hope so.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, I like watching a lot. I like watching movies. Movies are great.
So I got to pull this
You're
up.
You're the non-movie watcher.
I know.
I still, the one thing that I'm very guilty about, and I have not realized until people have been saying about it, is that I really want to go see Top Gun. I've never seen the first Top Gun.
That's where people get you at.
Yeah, I've never seen the first I've never been a Tom Cruise fan. Tom Cruise. I've never been a Tom Cruise fan.
Right. Help that algorithm.
You know what I'm saying?
Tom Cruise.
So
Maverick.
I've never.
Top Gun.
Right. I've never seen it, and I'm like, when it came out, everybody was like, "This is the best movie in the world."
Right.
Like it made people grown men cry and stuff. I'm like, what is
going
Tom
on?
Yeah,
Cruise,
I don't know about all that.
I
but
do want to see it though.
This movie will probably not make you cry. It'll probably make you laugh. Okay.
Is it the? Oh my god.
Yeah, don't say it yet because
the same one.
Well, yeah, I think so.
It's the trailer for
yeah,
it.
Yeah. So we talked about this. I mean, probably 3 months ago when it first got announced that this was like maybe a thing, and we were like,
we're like,
this isn't gonna happen.
This
like,
is
what are you
not
talking
gonna
about?
work.
So this is you've probably heard about it, the Winnie the Pooh movie. That's the rated R version.
Oh, wait, what?
And they're like serial killers or some shit. Yeah, like it's
some,
crazy.
Like, purge shit.
Yeah,
almost.
it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and now the trailer has dropped. It's called Winnie the Pooh: Blood and Honey. That's what it's called, and we knew that back in the day too.
Yep.
But so this is the first trailer. 1.5 million views on Rotten Tomatoes.
How
YouTube.
come I haven't heard about this?
Yeah, and we're gonna watch this together. I had to unplug it because the volume's not up on that TV. But let's watch this trailer together
because we gotta hear
and just see what this is about. We saw some pictures. We saw some previews, so we kind of have a vibe of what's going on.
I'm fucking pumped.
But this trailer is about to be nuts, and I need to get your reaction.
Okay, let's see.
It's 2 minutes.
All right, I'm into it.
Are we up?
Yeah.
So is this like a horror movie?
Yep. Rated R, horror, violent, gore.
Why am I so special?
Oh no! Do they have like literally Winnie the Pooh like
Yeah.
out here body?
Leather jacket, baseball bats.
Yeah, because that's Christopher. What's his nuts?
Yo, this is real.
What's his nuts? Christopher
Robbins.
Robbins.
I was gonna say Christopher Wallace.
Christopher Wallace.
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Left me hanging, but that's
Oh,
cool.
I was scratching my.
No, you're good.
We've been
Yeah.
abandoned by Christopher. Oh no!
Yeah,
they're coming
yeah.
back for revenge.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Who
Man.
gave them the rights to?
Oh, squelch.
Well, it's a thing to where the rights have expired now because it's over, 75 years or whatever the F it is. I don't remember.
It was probably waiting for that day.
Oh yeah, typical horror movie. Let's go. Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, dude. Get out. In blood on the windows.
Dude, it's like strangers, bro.
We used to be friends. Why are you doing this, please? I would have never left, I swear. I swear.
Wow.
Pooh, blood and honey. Holy crap. Okay, at first I thought you were talking about. I thought when you said Winnie the Pooh and he's like they're killing people, I really thought that you meant that they were like live action, like 3D versions of the original Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, all of them, and they were like on some they were really out here killing people.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought. Okay,
I think he hit her with
it's
what, a
kinda like
sledgehammer
that,
right there?
Kind of like
Or an
that,
axe or
minus the
something?
3D version.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
people.
like, I really thought
You thought
they
it was
were,
animated
they
or
were
something
in the
like that?
the literal 100-acre wood, like that
Right.
we all know
the
about.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Right, and then they just lost their minds. But that's
That's a live movie.
So they should. Oh, I hope one of them is like, oh brother.
Dude.
It almost looked like strangers, though.
Yeah, I don't even know if they talk at all.
Really?
But
Who
I
knows?
know it's Pooh and Piglet.
Oh, it would be a shame if one of them doesn't be like,
Give me the honey. Give me the honey.
Right. But yeah,
Yes.
I know they said something about there's it's something about them being cannibals. Like they eat the blood instead of something like that.
the Piglet dude has to stutter. He's got to do it.
I doubt it, dude. Well, maybe. But there was like a picture from the video. Well, it wasn't on this one, but of Eeyore, like his gravestone, and it says like R.I.P. Eeyore or whatever. And they were like, they ate him basically. So I don't know. I got to get your reaction to that trailer.
I can't wait till
That
it comes
is
out.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
I hope it either comes out in theaters
Yeah.
or HBO Max.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. In fact, I might have to text my girl that trailer. to
It's
see what she thinks about it.
crazy.
She loves horror movies.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it didn't say anything about when it's coming out still. It just said coming soon. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
They
excited.
got the trailer for it, so it's
I'm excited.
official.
Cool.
And then this one, actually, BJ sent us.
Oh, BJ. my man.
Shout out BJ. Shout out Skate Mansfield. Shout out Teach a Dummy. Shout out
Yeah.
Off the Tongue Network. And since, there's only one left, so shout out Greener Grass Podcast as well. So,
he's gonna
what?
have his own skating game soon.
right.
Oh my god.
So yeah, this
I read it?
Oil man
yeah.
suffered 20,000 bee stings and ingested 30 bees. Wakes up from coma. Family
Okay.
says.
Wow.
So now this started because BJ sent me a video of a guy that grabbed, I think it was a hornet's nest or a wasp nest or something, grabbed it from the corner of his house and started eating it.
But why?
Well,
I'd
because
say it was probably a bee's nest.
I was getting ready to
no,
say.
not this,
Now, let's
not
be-
this.
we-
This
oh.
is something else.
I was getting ready to say we got to be particular because if it's like bees and then like wasps or hornets,
Well, let me pull it up. I think it
look
was
at the video. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that.
yeah.
now
well,
there's the now. Was he like a bee person? Or something
no.
like
Well,
that?
the video I'm talking about is separate from this, but this is how it started. So this
Is
is
this like the new Tide Pod challenge?
this is the guy that ate the things, and he's doing it because a chick left him or something.
So he wants to kill himself with bees. Please don't do this to yourself. Why would you do
He
this?
grabs the whole nest, stinging the shit out of him, I'm sure. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Dumb as shit, okay?
Idiot.
So BJ sent me that,
Oh,
and he
man.
said, like, that's crazy or whatever, and I said, well, he clearly has some mental illness, because
Something.
don't do that.
Don't do
So, yeah, so, like, that's wild. But then he said he's sending me this to follow up from that. It's not the same guy, but same idea. So, I haven't read this yet. 20,000 bee stings and ingested 30 bees. After a swarm of about 20,000 bees stung him while he was cutting tree branches. Austin Bellamy, who's 20.
Oh my gosh.
Why do I feel like I recognize that name? I don't know. He's in Ohio, but this
I hope
is
so.
somewhere near Cincinnati. He accidentally cut into a bee's nest, and then he was harnessed in the tree when the attack took place and couldn't
so
get
he
down.
couldn't even get down.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Yeah. So I guess it. Yeah, I mean, 20,000 stings. He went into a
Oh,
coma.
it said the Ripley fire department. I wonder if they believed it or not.
Fuck off. I can't stand you, dude. He was transported by medical helicopter.
Okay, get clicked.
Jesus.
No.
That's what I love to see. I love it.
They made it up.
Yeah, so he got stung by thousands, and then the doctors only realized he ingested 30.
Wow.
It was a medically induced coma, probably just because,
Of the pain,
yeah,
dude.
the pain and like, even if you're not allergic to bees, there's gonna be some type of crazy reaction.
Something.
How long was he in a coma?
Let's see.
Because that happened on August 27th, so I wouldn't say too long.
Well, yeah,
Oh, okay.
this instance happened on the 27th. Is
Yeah,
that what
it was
said?
when it was on. It was where his name was.
Okay, so
Yeah.
August 27th, and then this was posted on the 1st, so it was only a couple days, but still, I mean that's
But dude,
wild.
20,000 Steebing. But I don't know. I wouldn't even.
Steebings? You just said Steebings.
Yeah,
by the
those.
way.
You know what I'm talking about?
20,000
You
Steebings.
can't even. You can't even.
I can't even
fucking-
repeat your
You can't
idiocy.
even
Yeah, you're
mispronounce
right.
it correctly.
You're so dumb.
But to ingest 30 of them, dude,
Yeah.
like fuck that.
Yeah.
And it you know what I'm saying? Like they probably flew down there so they were alive. It wasn't like you were chomping on them and chewing them. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So like Now, God knows what the fuck they're stinging on the inside.
Honestly, that would kind of be expected because if there's that many bees, you're getting stung. Your mouth's not going to be closed. No. You're going to be screaming. You're going to be like, what the fuck?
And thank God, because, Now, is it all bees that die after they sting you?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's all of them.
No, I think it's
just a honeybee or something.
Yeah, it's like bees.
Just like a standard bee.
So, like, hopefully those bees.
But if that's the case, then there was 20,000 bees.
That means, dude, I wouldn't doubt it. Even if you he cut into it, so it could have been like in the branch.
No, just think. No, but not only that.
Oh, like inside the branch.
It said it happened when he cut into it, like cut a branch.
But not only that. Think about it. When a bee stings you, the stinger like
puts poison in whatever it is.
Not even that. Like the stinger rips off of the bee and stays in your skin.
Yeah.
So this man got stung,
and it's
20,000 bee stings. There's a couple thousand.
There's
stingers.
There's people in LA that pay for acupuncture like that.
Yeah, but and think of that too, though. Like if they're not dissolvable.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
so if you swallow at least 30 of them, and they're stinging the shit out of your inside, like. How
you're shitting those out?
How are you going to get those fucking
maybe
bees?
That's why he was in a coma, because he has to shit out stingers.
Yeah, how you going to get those steebingers out of
there?
Damn.
I'm surprised dude's alive.
Oh, man.
Shit.
He's a Bing steer pooper.
Dude, he's a Bing steer balloon.
I can't even say that. I have to consciously think of how to say that.
Bing stinger?
Yeah, I can't.
Steebinger?
Steebinger? I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's better.
You just got to roll with it.
It's better than Winnie the Pooh chopping your head off.
I don't know.
Is that on purpose? Is this like honey?
Oh no, I didn't even think of that. It's a bee and honey.
No, look at you.
I didn't think of it. I didn't even think of that.
The bees got Eeyore.
Yeah.
I don't. Damn. And then Pooh ate him.
Yep.
I'm excited though. If it comes to theaters, we definitely have to.
And then Pooh to Piglet.
And then post like a reaction or something. But Vaughn, we appreciate you coming, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Yes, sir.
Please plug everything you got. I know you got like Twitch, you got all that kind of stuff. So plug away.
So you can hit me up on Twitter at Vaundoom, Instagram O_H_Vaundoom, TikTok Vaundoom Rob. Is that what I'm calling on there?
Vaundoom is like you see beautifully here. VAUNDOOM.
Thank you so much for saying that.
He was reading.
No, chill out.
That's the one thing I hate about TikTok is it plays right away.
Yeah, Vaundoom Rob. I'm on TikTok there, Facebook, whatever, all that other.
You're on Twitch. I know all that kind of
stuff.
Yeah,
Twitch, twitch.tv/Vaundoom. I'm there too. I'm probably going to be on tonight playing Dark Souls 3.
I know obviously the music's on like iTunes and everything, but Bandcamp's better, right?
Yeah, Bandcamp. Well, this for streaming, I'm on all streaming platforms. You can purchase my albums on Bandcamp though.
Right. So, definitely support him on Bandcamp. That helps him more personally.
I just wanted to say Ryan, that Ripley joke was a 10.
No, dude, don't give him that. We were almost out of the episode, dude.
I appreciate it.
We were almost out.
I had to give it.
That's the one rule. I know we didn't say it, but the one rule is to never give Baker credit. Nope. Because he's gonna bring it back next week.
Absolutely.
No, because I ain't gonna hold you up as a.
Plus, you always got to end the fucking episode on a positive note.
No,
we were positive, man. It was all about him. No, but now it's about you.
As a lyricist. That was kind of barsy. So
nah, dude. No, man. You gotta look, man.
Look at that, son.
No.
What?
You know what I mean?
Don't be fucking raining on my progression.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll bring it back to me. But
go
go and check out all my social platforms. Watch out for some new music. Watch out for some new streams, all that other stuff.
Yep.
I upload on. I'm on YouTube too, Vaundoom TV. So
got the merch, the Divine Might merch.
DivineMightWears.com. Yep. Go and get all the merchandise and do all that other stuff. And yeah, man, I got a lot going on.
This is a whole corporation.
Yeah,
we were talking about Hove earlier. You're the
I'm
next
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business. I hope I am. Shoot,
there you go.
Put that out in the universe.
Get it.
That's what we're saying. That's what we do. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Everybody, guys, please, if you've checked out this episode and you're here for Vaughn or you're just here for us, please subscribe. Last time we looked, like 60% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please subscribe.
Click that button.
Real quick, before anything else, I
What's
really
up?
want to congratulate you guys for doing this because this is really dope, and you guys been pushing and doing your thing, and you guys are getting somewhere, and this is really dope podcast.
Thank
keep
you.
it up.
Thank
you
you.
guys are really dope.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
So,
appreciate
Thank
it.
you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Follow us everywhere. We got merch and stuff too, but it's not about us. It's about Vaughn. Get his stuff. Go download his album. Go buy his album. Go buy his merch. Go watch him on Twitch. The man's an entertainment machine.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Stop.
We appreciate you, man.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
Abandoned women require currency.
And until next week.
Peace. That's that knowledge, son.